I just wanted to talk about too. It's like for me, it's we were doing the video logs more when I was down in Juneau, hustling, trying to get the business thing going. It's uh, what is it, July 12th, and I almost need to put a video up and like, what's next? What's the next move for this guy? You know, like I said, I put a video up or put a show up. Identified a couple really good locations for a like a warehouse here outside of. There's one in Talkeetna. There's some other areas too, just some land, but specifically the one here where you could actually take it and make it into a gym, and then on the side do a Northwoods Culture Lumberjack show. There's a lot of potential with some of these areas. What's my next step in terms of trying to get funding, trying to get the equipment? There was an Anytime Fitness that went out of business or closed in Anchorage. They're in Mountain View, not a really the best place because it's sort of a lower income, and they've got Planet Fitness, they've got uh, Alaska Club, and tons of competition in that area. An area like Talkeetna, an area like Healy, Alaska, up by Denali Park, both of those areas, very robust summer economy for a tourism idea. In the winter, would you be able to make the right kind of profit margins to be able to pay for the space? I'm sure you could do it in the summer. Like I was saying, if I get my lumberjack show going and I had investors and we moved the equipment up there and had a gym and we were doing the lumberjack show, again, I go back to those numbers where, I'm confident I could have a big tent, 200 seats, and do a good job at the show, 20, 25 bucks a ticket, and be pulling in $5,000 more a night with the contract with the cruise ships and the hotels, doing a great job with the Northwoods Culture show, some lumberjack, some fitness type stuff, some bow and arrow, some dog agility. I'm really excited about that idea. My enthusiasm hasn't waned. Tremendous background tourism. I think it'll take off. Just don't have the capital, startup capital, to get insurance, to get a location. I'm kind of missing that older uh, business partner with the business type expertise who would be almost an investor to help make that happen. So I'm kind of in that moment where I've driven around the state a lot in the last few weeks and have a good feel for the market. Really like have the different pieces of the puzzle to put them together at a couple different locations, but the capital's not there. And I was just saying, what's next for me? I've done some music things. I got a couple good songs, freestyles up. I feel like we're not pushing it in marketing or anything, and I'm just kind of doing me. And there's a couple different avenues I go. I think I've done a lot of writing in the past. You kind of go back into that. There's so many good fishing options in the summer, and I just travel with my dog and shit. And I was just like, I should just get a spinner rod and some spinners and some spin casting rod and some spoons, and just I did a lot of fishing, my own main heritage on the East Coast growing up, and I did some commercial. I did a little, not really much fishing at all, if you're honest. It never was really a passion of mine. I did a little, barely any guiding and stuff. But I just feel like just going out and maybe doing some YouTube videos of that too, and on the highway, some of the ponds and lakes, just with the dog, just to get outside, experience the nature, and celebrate. And as an avenue and parallel and aligned with the conversation, the dialogue with that $1 class, living off the land, and those elements of getting the food from the landscape, getting some berries this year, maybe going hunting or whatever. It doesn't really feel to me, what's the right word? It doesn't feel to me stupid or cliche at this point, because I'm kind of out of that economic structure where I don't have the business, I don't have the technical job or the technical businesses to get stuck in right now, which is a positive and negatives to everything, right? But so I'm not really stuck having to be here or there or the other place for this time of week. So that flexibility gives me a space to be a creative professional almost. And looking at the fitness YouTubers, it makes me think of some of the people in Whistler Anchorage, some of the girls and stuff that I know. It's like it makes me want to dial in more my fitness and some of the bodybuilding type programming, pros and cons. Like the other day, 2 days ago, yesterday up here, I did the 100 burpee pull-ups, ran a couple miles, and I've got sort of a sore muscle or something going on. And so I didn't go very far, but then some couple sets, 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups. Back then I'd run 5 miles and do that, and then like do the Fran workout, CrossFit workout with the thrusters with just a backpack. Something like that is really effective. I really like it, getting in the habit of doing that weight stuff. I feel like not doing that, not doing the cardio and the running and that type of that cross-training stuff, that'll hurt you if you're just doing the weight stuff. But just doing that weight stuff and the bodybuilding type programming, you have to integrate both, I think. So I was just thinking I had done that in forever. I hadn't done much running in forever, and it was good to do that. But on the other hand, it really hurts, up in these areas in Healy and Talkeetna up by Denali Park. Years ago, do a lot of circuits, and a lot of the people here are healthier without like a lot of the gym equipment. They figure out things to do, but there's a real niches in the market, and like for me, a little bit older with some injuries, being able to use some of the machines and stuff in a gym setting, I find it to be more than just helpful. More than like a physical therapy helpful, but to be something that positions me better in terms of my old injury, my back injury, to not be sore and to not be getting re-injured than doing crazy CrossFit things, or crazy, not crazy, but things that are sort of jeopardizing that injury or whatever, and doing that some of the time. But you still have to be able to go back to do the stuff. That's why it was frustrating, and I uploaded that other video about the issue with day passes at some of these gyms and how they want 25 or 15, and most of the time they're pretty cool. But it's good to offer constructive criticism, I think, of businesses, etc. So I was really thinking about just trying to go for the angle of just doing some fishing and stuff, traveling around, and to just be a little bit more, part of the splendor of Alaska in the summer, and not just be stuck treading water where you're up against the obstacle of not having the funding or whatever, and still kind of keep trying to do dialogue towards investors and partners, and trying to get the equipment and get the lease and blah blah blah. And one of the issues is like with this warehouse, they're trying to sell it to outright, do a little bit more remodeling on it, and sell it outright to like the fire marshal as a place to house the EMTs and the engines and stuff, the fire engines and stuff. So I think they would prefer to do that than do a lease. So you kind of have to give those kind of people a little time and space. But there's other options too, like up by Healy. But like I'd almost rather. Why not both locations? You know what I mean? Why not try to get something in both those locations? In the next year or two. I don't know why not. I just feel, so I'm thinking about doing that, doing some fishing, and doing some fishing like videos of the fishing with the dog and traveling, and trying to actually make it into like maybe like a mini series of YouTube videos, like the Accidental Fisherman. It's like a $29 for a resident license, and I'm a resident of Alaska. And I don't know how much a pole is. Just get a little spinner pole from Walmart or a thrift store, get a couple spinners, some spoons, and you kind of go at it. Is it my passion? I don't know. Something to do outdoors, healthy in nature. I kind of want to. I'd rather more try to find some people and do also like some of the music video stuff, and also like some of the some of the more fitness themed stuff in terms of the fitness themed videos. And I just don't know how without like how's the right way to try to begin integrating into those communities. Sort of three different communities there: the music and the arts, in terms of some video collaborations, rapping and stuff and music, and then outdoors, the fishing and hunting, doing some videos like that, and then also thirdly, actual technical type nutrition and fitness workout type video programming. I think if I could begin knocking out like one or two of each of those different type videos a week, partnerships with other people, helping other people grow their businesses, get attention towards their businesses, it's a fine line of doing something and then become a sort of getting in all these fake business relationships. That's why I hesitate towards that. That's why I honestly rather would just have a cut and dry, like a gym or a tourist business where you're just bringing the people there, you doing your spiel, and then they're gone. When I've excelled at those things in the past. So, so you're not doing some sort of co-branding and stuff where the danger is you're not really, seeing eye to eye. You're just doing something to go through the motions to build each other's businesses, and in a way fake. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't want to go into any avenue that puts me in a place where I feel like I'm surrounded by people who aren't really, we're not really friends, or we're just fake. It's just economic. At the same time, I do want to connect on, trying to do things with people that are, and do my own thing and that kind of thing too. So, there's always room to try to make some connections and partnerships, whatever, and just keep doing what we're doing too.